Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take a load of sources, cut through all the noise, and, well, give you the crucial insights. It's really your shortcut to getting properly informed, maybe with a few surprises along the way. Today, we're doing a really fascinating plunge into one of humanity's most revered texts, the Bhagavad Gita. Our goal here is to pull out its deep wisdom and, maybe more importantly, show you how it's surprisingly relevant to, our lives right now.
Absolutely. And the sources we've looked at, they give a wonderfully broad, objective view of the Gita. They really spotlight the key things that have made it so, well, praised and relevant for so long. We want to explore this ancient wisdom, not just academically, but as like a practical guide, unpacking its universal teachings.
Okay, so when we talk about the Bhagavad Gita, um, we're not just talking about another religious scripture. Our sources call it an unparalleled scripture in Hinduism, yes, but it's admired globally. For its deep philosophy, sure, but also its practical side. Think of it like this. It's a relatively small piece of the huge Mahabharata epic, but it's monumental, almost like a vital, self-contained philosophical gem inside a massive story.
Yeah, exactly. It's so profound, actually, that it's often called the complete Upanishad itself. And the Upanishads, those are those foundational texts digging into spiritual truth and reality.
And what makes its origin so compelling is the setting. It's quite unique.
It really is. The whole conversation happens on a battlefield,
Yeah.
Kurukshetra, right before this colossal war kicks off.
Wow.
Yeah, and the main figures, you've got Lord Krishna acting as a divine guide and charioteer, and his student, Arjuna. And Arjuna is facing this just agonizing choice. He has to fight his own relatives, his respected elders and teachers.
That's heavy.
Totally. He's frozen by it, torn between his duty as a warrior and, well, his love for his kin. He's completely duty-bound, as the sources say, but just overwhelmed.
It's right there in that moment of crisis, literally on the edge of battle, that Krishna starts revealing these mysteries of life, death, karma, dharma, and moksha.
Right. Big concepts.
Yeah, maybe we should quickly unpack those. Karma, basically action and consequence. Dharma, that's like your righteous duty, your purpose.
Exactly. And moksha is the ultimate goal, that spiritual liberation, freedom from the cycle of rebirth.
Got it. And the Gita itself, it's laid out in 18 chapters, right? Each one exploring a different path, a different yoga to understanding.
Correct. Things like karma yoga, selfless action, jnana yoga, the path of knowledge, bhakti yoga, devotion, and dhyana yoga, meditation.
So multiple paths to the same goal, essentially.
Not much. It's incredibly thorough in how it approaches inner growth.
Now, if there's one teaching that really jumps out, especially for, our modern world, it's this principle of unattached action. There's that famous verse, "Achonachna," which, for those of us not fluent in Sanskrit, translates roughly to, "Your right is to work only, but never to the fruits thereof."
And that's a huge challenge to how a lot of us live today, isn't it? We're often so focused on results, on outcomes, on the metrics.
KPIs.
Right? Our worth feels tied to the win. This ancient idea suggests something radically different. It's about doing your duty, giving your absolute best effort, pouring everything into the action itself, but letting go of the attachment to the result.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. How much of our daily stress, our anxiety, comes from worrying about outcomes we can't actually control?
That sounds amazing, actually, really freeing.
Yeah.
But also really difficult. I mean, how do you practice unattached action when your bonus or your promotion or even just feeling good about yourself seems totally linked to the results? Easier said than done, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a practice, not a switch you flip. And the Gita offers guidance there. It isn't saying be lazy or don't care about doing good work, not at all. It's about shifting your internal focus. What can you control? Your effort, your intention, your integrity in the action. The outcome, that depends on so many factors beyond you. So by focusing on the quality of your action, not the expectation of a specific reward, you decouple your peace of mind from external results.
Yeah.
It's about finding purpose in the work itself, not just in what you get from it.
Interesting. And besides this core idea, the sources say the Gita explains other really deep philosophical concepts, but in simple and understandable language.
Yeah.
Things like the soul being immortal, God being everywhere, and this fascinating idea of the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Can you break those down a bit?
Sure. The gunas are think of them as basic qualities or energies in nature. They're always mixing and influencing how we think and act. Sattva is about clarity, peace, purity, like a calm, clear lake. Rajas is energy, action, passion, dynamism. Think of a raging fire, which is being really busy and driven.
Right, got it.
And tamas is inertia, maybe ignorance, heaviness, dullness, like fog or feeling stuck. The Gita suggests that understanding these helps you understand your own moods and actions, and you can consciously try to cultivate more sattva, more clarity and peace.
And the main message, cutting through all this.
Is that true happiness lies not in external objects, but in internal peace and self-realization. It directly challenges that modern chase for, stuff or status, as this real contentment comes from within, from knowing yourself. And connecting this to the bigger picture, the Gita isn't just presented as like a holy book to read. It's framed as a lifestyle guide. It gives you practical ways to look inward, figure out your duties, your purpose in life. It goes from philosophy right into how to live.
And the practical benefits sound quite appealing too. Our sources really highlight how the different yoga methods it talks about, especially meditation for focus and bhakti yoga, that devotional path, how effective they are for finding mental peace and spiritual upliftment. Mm-hmm.
It seems to offer actual techniques for finding that inner calm we're all kind of looking for.
Definitely. And many people who really engage with the Gita say they experience real positive changes. They talk about getting clarity in decision-making, finding more strength to face life's ups and downs, which shows you its direct personal effect. It's about empowering you, the listener, to handle life's complexities with, well, more grace and wisdom.
Okay, here's something I find really interesting. How do these teachings manage to resonate beyond just Hinduism, beyond one specific culture? The sources are pretty clear that its core principles, love, compassion, doing your duty, selflessness, self-control, these are described as universal, relevant for every era and every society. That's quite a claim, but it seems to hold up. It is striking, isn't it? And you see proof of that universal appeal because even, Western philosophers, scientists, and leaders have acknowledged the depth of Gita's wisdom, people you might not expect. It really underlines its broad reach. It's not just for people on one spiritual path. It seems to offer insights that connect with the human condition itself across different backgrounds.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for us? Well, clearly we've only just scratched the surface. The Bhagavad Gita is repeatedly described as an ocean of knowledge. You can't really grasp it all in one go.
Not all.
Our sources often mention that it gives you new meanings, new insights every time you go back to it, like it grows with you.
And maybe that's the most profound thing to leave you with. If this ancient text, something born from a crisis on a battlefield thousands of years ago, if it can offer such powerful, timeless ideas for dealing with our modern stress, our search for purpose, our tough decisions, what other truths might it hold for your own challenges, your own ethical questions, or your search for inner peace? It's definitely presented as a sacred text that ideally everyone should read and understand at least once in their life. It gives you a pretty unique perspective on your own journey.